Silence, it is a weapon, a shield, a choice. But there are moments when silence is no longer wisdom, it is cowardice. The Stoics knew this well. They understood that words, when spoken with precision and purpose, could shape fate, dismantle tyranny, and fortify the soul. Sometimes you must speak, not for vanity, not for applause, but because the weight of your silence would shackle you to regret. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. And sometimes to be one, you must speak." These are the 5 moments when silence becomes betrayal, when holding your tongue is to surrender your soul. Listen carefully, because one day you will be tested. 1. When injustice stands before you. In every life, there comes a moment when injustice appears raw, unmasked, demanding submission. Most people lower their gaze, whisper that it's not their battle, and step aside. But a Stoic does not cower before tyranny, nor does he lend it his silence. Seneca wrote, "He who does not prevent a crime when he can, encourages it." History echoes this truth. Every great evil that plagued humanity did so not only because of the wicked, but because of the silent. When you see cruelty, deceit, or oppression, your voice becomes a weapon, not for chaos, not for vengeance, but for truth. Speak, not to prove your righteousness, but because to remain silent is to live a lie. 2. When your principles are challenged. What is a man without his principles? A vessel adrift, enslaved to the winds of public opinion. Epictetus taught that we are not defined by external events, but by our response to them. Yet many abandon their values the moment they are tested. You will be tempted to stay quiet when the world mocks your discipline, your integrity, your pursuit of virtue. But this is precisely when you must speak, not in anger, not in arrogance, but with clarity and resolve. A Stoic does not speak to conquer others. He speaks to remain undefeated by himself. 3. When falsehood dominates the room. The world is full of empty words and loud lies. Repetition turns falsehood into fiction people believe. But lies left unchallenged do not just persist, they grow. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, taught that philosophy is not about comfort, it's about truth. And sometimes truth must be drawn like a blade. When deception rules, when the powerful distort reality, when the vulnerable are misled, a Stoic must speak, not with rage, but with reason, not with pride, but with unshakable conviction. A life lived in silence while falsehood reigns is not life, it is submission. 4. When someone you love walks into darkness. A Stoic is not cold. He does not turn away from those he loves. It's true, we cannot control others. But that does not absolve us of our responsibility to them. When someone you love is consumed by vice, despair, or self-destruction, silence is not wisdom. It is surrender. Seneca reminds us, sometimes even to live is an act of courage. And sometimes to help another live, you must be willing to speak, even if your words are met with resistance. You won't always save them. You won't always be heard. But your duty isn't measured by the outcome. It's measured by your courage to act. 5. When you know the truth but fear speaking it. Fear is the great silencer. Fear of rejection, fear of consequence, fear of standing alone. But the foundation of Stoicism is this: memento mori. Remember, you will die. And when that moment comes, will you regret the truths you never spoke? Truth unspoken is truth wasted, and a wasted truth is a wasted life. There will come a time when you know what must be said, when the truth burns inside you, and yet you will hesitate. This moment will define you. Will fear rule you? Or will you embody the Stoic path, unshaken, unwavering, unafraid? The final challenge. A Stoic does not speak for noise. He avoids idle chatter and meaningless debates. His words are disciplined, purposeful, and necessary. But when the moment demands it, when silence would betray his soul, he does not hesitate. There will be words you are called to speak in this life. Some will be small. Others will shake the ground beneath you. When that moment comes, do not let fear silence you. For the world doesn't need more silence, it needs more voices that speak not for power, not for praise, but because the truth must be spoken. Stand firm, speak wisely, live as the Stoics lived.